azul, areia quente, pés sem um rumo, ondas cantam um samba sutil. A praia do Rio, meu lar, onde o tempo resolve parar, o vento dança no ar. É aqui que eu quero ficar.
Oi, Baiana. Muito obrigado.
Nelson, mano.
Crianças correm, risadas ao mar, caipirinha e o som do violão, na barraquinha histórias a contar. A praia do Rio, meu lar, onde o tempo resolve parar, o vento dança no ar. É aqui que eu quero ficar. No horizonte, o pão de açúcar sorri. Cristo de braços abertos me diz que o amor é o que faz existir. A praia do Rio, o sol se derrama na areia dourada, pés descalços dançam na calçada. Rio vibra, a cidade é canção. O mar sussurra segredos pra mim. O vento espalha cheiros de jasmim. Caipirinha na mão, o amor no olhar. Ipanema me chama pra sonhar. Verão que nunca vai terminar. Risos ecoam na beira do mar. Ondas brincam, vem me abraçar. Cada instante é doce como mel. E se o tempo parar, quem vai notar?
Oh, muito obrigado.
No abraço do rio vou me deixar levar. Caipirinha na mão, o amor no olhar. Ipanema me chama pra sonhar. Verão The sky turns gold. Your life a melody never grows old. Barefoot steps on warm sand trails. The ocean whispers love never fails. Oh, Brazil, sunset, hold me tight. Under your glow, everything feels right. Sway with me, sway, let's dance tonight. Oh, Brazilian sunset, hello, Brazil. Rio de Janeiro, Copacabana, Ipanema. Wheels spin fast and the sky is so wide. The road unfolds where the dreams collide. Maps tossed out, we don't need a guide. Traveling with you, oh, it feels so right. Every mile a spark, every star a light. Traveling with you, no end in sight. Our hearts the call. Sunlight drips like honey on my skin. Feet on the ground, but my head's in a spin. The breeze plays tag with my old straw hat. Don't need a map, I'm good with that. Clouds don't tell me where to go. The sky's got secrets I don't know. I'm living wide open, heart unbroken. Every step's a little token of this world spinning fast. The sun is melting on the bay. A golden whisper, a soft ballet. Sand between my toes, it knows my name. The breeze is warm, but it plays no game. Coconuts swaying, hearts obeying the rhythm of a lazy day. The sea is singing, the waves confess. They stole the moon's silver dress. Footprints vanish, the tides delight. It holds my secret, swallows the night. Stars scatter like samba beats, hearts collide on crowded streets. The night is alive, it never ends. Strangers become your closest friends. Summer in Brazil, it's a fever, it's a chill. Every moment stands so still. Dancing through the air, laughter everywhere. Summer in Brazil, it's a dream you can't refill. What's that sound? The floor is shaking, the walls come down. A beat so tight it wraps around my brain. Can't explain, it feels insane. Can't sit still. Feel that thrill. Let it spill. Oh yeah, just let it spill. Let it spill. Oh yeah, just let it spill. The baseline walks like it's got some sass. Snapping fingers, breaking glass. Did you hear that groove? Feet take over, can't help but move. Echoes in my chest. This groove's the best. It's a wild request. Don't stop now.